Disclaimer: this video may, or may not, contain content some people may find offensive. If you are someone who is easily offended, I ask you click away now. Otherwise, I will not be held accountable for you being offended or triggered. Continue at your own discretion. You have been warned. For those of you who have decided to continue, I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Disclaimer: I am not an artist and have zero ability drawing, nor am I an animator. Neither do I have the money to commission anything at the moment. I'm just an average Joe, trying his best, which may not be on the same level as others' bests, but I do what I can, taking images or drawings that others have made, using them as reference, and photoshopping as best as I can to resemble what I imagine. Any work that does not belong to me will reference their respective owners and/or links in the description below. If any owner wishes to have something removed, please let me know and I shall do so. There is no need to go to the POPO, police/authorities, in this case, YouTube. Prologue. Name's Enjeru. Let's omit my family name. A 21-year-old, average male, but I'll be turning 22 in a few days, so I'm practically 22 years old. Currently, I'm deep inside an expansive forest with large trees that I just can't seem to get out of, but I don't really care. Reason why is, well, I'm very much enjoying my newfound power. Power, you ask? Well, allow me to explain. 2 days ago, I was just out taking a stroll, getting some fresh air, after being cooped up in my apartment for a really long time. How long? I don't remember. You could say I'm sort of a NEET, not in education, employment, or training. Though not exactly, since I do have a temporary job, and although temporary, it gets me by. But that's all it really is. No benefits to speak of, just the money. I work early in the morning, come home in the afternoon, eat some quick, instant ramen, then turn on my PC and spend the rest of the day there. That's usually how my days go. But for some reason, I just decided to go out and take a stroll in the park. This particular day was a weekend, and I just felt like taking a breather for a bit. I was walking on one of the park's trails when all of a sudden, I see a black, gothic-looking bracelet. I was curious to look at the dubious accessory that had fallen from the sky so suddenly. Normally I wouldn't care, and just let it be. But the thing that caught my interest was a sudden pop-up that appeared before me. At first, I had thought it was my glasses that had probably gotten a smudge on them, as per usual. So I removed them, and to my surprise, the pop-up was still in my vision, and I could see it clearly, even without my glasses. It appeared to be some sort of AR image. AR is something that exists in this modern world, but it's not exactly an everyday thing. That aside, one would need special glasses or gadgets to be able to see such things, which I did not own. My job didn't allow for such luxuries. I put my glasses back on, approached the dubious object, and picked it up. I then analyzed it. It was black, as already mentioned, and it had a dragon-like emblem on it. The emblem was a somewhat flat dragon head inside a circle, with some curved spikes sticking out from the edge of the circle. It had a total of 6, 3 on each side. The top 2 were curved slightly outwardly, as if sticking out from the skull. The center 2 were straight to the sides, but much shorter than the others. The last bottom 2 were slightly curved downwards, also outwardly, as if sticking out from underneath the snout. With my right index finger, I slightly caressed the emblem, then with my thumb, when suddenly the bracelet opened down the middle of the emblem, as if telling me to put it on. This is what the pop-up notification stated. The ancient dragon lord A.RyXe.R has bestowed upon you the ancient draconic arm bracelet. If you so wish to accept the summon, please put on the arm bracelet. I couldn't care less about what the message said, but there was one thing that caught my interest after reading this. The word summon. I wondered, summon to where? I must note that I'm a person whose life basically revolves around RPG video games, so the term summon is very intriguing, as it means to invoke something or to be teleported somewhere, usually instantaneously. I then began thinking about my life, the things I've done, the things I've seen, the things I would miss if I were to accept this summon. Thing is, there weren't many things that I'd really miss. Maybe modern world commodities? As if I'd care. My life isn't really the best, and in reality, I hate this world I live in. Why, you ask? Think about it. With just the overpopulation of the world, people can barely get a job, even with a high education. And with the greed of the world's leaders and wealthy business people, this world is more trouble than it's worth. Nature is not what it used to be either. I know what you're going to say. Work harder! Stop complaining! Look at the bright side of things. Guess what? I don't care. Even if I don't know anything about this place I'll be summoned to, I'll take my chances for something better than this. I don't fear for my life in the least, but I do hate annoyances, and I'll do what's necessary to survive, even kill, if no other option seems plausible. And so I put the arm bracelet onto my left wrist. Then, a sort of black fog seeped out of the arm bracelet and began to engulf me. Normally, anyone who hadn't grasped the situation would immediately begin to panic, but not me, as I really couldn't be considered normal. Someone whose mind is always fantasizing about magical occurrences such as this one. So of course I kept calm. I had no reason to panic, nor be surprised. Really, I was pretty sure what was going on. And with that, my vision was shrouded in darkness, erasing me off the face of the earth. To be continued. Thank you for watching.